Hi, I'm Lee Tringes with Imprintables Warehouse, and today I'd like to talk a little bit about applying larger wall graphics. A lot of people do some smaller things, simple shapes, don't have any problem sometimes peeling them from the backing and applying them directly to the wall, or even just using some mask if you have multiple cuts and applying onto the wall something smaller. But today I'd like to go over what are your options if you have a larger graphic like this, or even something bigger than this. So I'd like to talk to you about what we call the Hinge Method. And it's basically a technique that you can use for any size wall graphic, but particularly the larger ones, to make it a little bit easier for you to install and also for you to line up, center on your wall, and things like that. The first thing that I have already done is I went ahead and prepared the wall surface by cleaning it. And the next thing I'm going to do is actually take this wall graphic and show you how to apply the Hinge Method just using some, I have some masking tape, or if you have painter's tape, something like that. We just need it to stick to the graphic itself and the wall and be able to be pulled off later. Okay, since I already cleaned my wall surface here, the next thing I'm going to do is take my graphic, which I'm using the Wall Tux fabric wall graphic, and I've already applied some application tape to it. So I'm going to just put this up here on the wall and kind of position it. Now this is for demonstration purposes, but when you're doing this in real life, this is where you can get out your ruler, you can mark a center point, possibly center it under a picture or center it on a wall, but you can get all that correct. And then what we want to do for the Hinge Method is we're going to take our masking tape or painter's tape or whatever it was that you chose to use. Just going to put it up on top of the graphic, run it down over, and make sure this is nice and firm. Pull this off. Okay, so the idea is that we're running this strip of tape right down the center of the graphic. So what that's going to do is it allowed us to measure and get it exactly where we wanted. Now it's going to kind of be an extra set of hands as I go ahead and apply. So once this is in the center, what I want to do is start from one side, and I just want to pull this back. And I'm going to pull until I get over to that hinge. Okay, so I have the backing for my printable material, and I have my wall graphic here that's already masked. So what I'm going to do is just take my scissors. I'm going to cut the backing off. Okay. I'm going to take my squeegee. I'm going to work from the center, and I'm going to go out until we get to the edge, applying this to the wall. Okay, so at this point I have my wall graphic half already applied to the wall, and the other half is still taped, and I still have my backing on it. At this point, the hinge, which is the tape, it's really done what I wanted it to do. It held it there, it allowed me to measure, get it in place, and it's really assisted me to put up the larger wall graphic. So what I'm going to do now is just slide over here. I'm going to remove the hinge. I'm going to peel this back, and I'm going to remove the rest of the liner, which is the backing that you printed your wall graphic onto. Okay, so we're done with that. Now starting at the center again, where I had my hinge, I'm going to take my squeegee, just apply like I normally would. Okay, So I applied my wall graphic with the hinge, and the only thing I have left to do at this point is just go ahead and remove the application tape that I used, and it's going to be all finished. So what I'm going to do is start at one side, and I'm going to pull at 180 degrees. So what 180 degrees means is that the application tape is going to peel, and it's actually going to press against itself. And while I'm peeling, I'm going to press the graphic against the wall. Okay. So that's how you apply a larger wall graphic using the hinge method. Hopefully this has helped you in some situations where you need an extra hand, you need a little extra time to measure and get your wall graphic placed. I really encourage this with any of our wall graphic products, our Wall Frog, our Wall Tux, even some DuraCal 130 applications. Anytime it's a little larger and you need just a little extra assistance in getting it in place. Thank you for watching again. If you have any other questions, please give us a call at 1-800-347-0068 or visit us on the web at imprintables.com or chat with us. Thank you.